Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Wilkes University tennis. The women and the men's very successful seasons once again. And Chris Leicht is the man. He's done a tremendous job at this program over the years. And Chris, how do you do it every year? You just keep reloading over there at Wilkes University.
Yeah, we're very, very proud of our tradition. And I've been very lucky to have awesome upper-class players. And we built a nice culture here, and it just kind of keeps trickling down. So, been very, very lucky. Had a lot of good players, and it's worked out well.
Well, springtime is always a great time. I know you guys play some tennis in the fall, but here in the spring it kind of heats up a little bit more, and we're already here for the playoffs. Tomorrow is the semifinals. Let's talk a little bit about where you're at first on the men's side, how your team has done, and what you're looking forward to with the playoffs approach here.
Yeah, this is, like you said, this is the crunch time. We've had a great fall season, real good success early on in the spring, and we're excited to be hosting the men's playoffs. So, we're really looking forward to it. We build our whole year based on the playoffs. So, this is kind of crunch time. So we're excited and ready to go.
Well, take us through some of your players on the men's team. I know Steven Wilson is one of those guys right out of New York City who's done a tremendous job for you, and then you have some other players as well that are pretty darn good.
Yeah, Steven's, our senior captain. He's one of the last two Freedom Conference Players of the Year. Probably the best player I've ever coached. And, he's very excited to finish out strong his senior year here. So he's been a great leader, really leads by example. And when your top guy is hardworking and focused and dedicated, really kind of, the other players follow. So he's, him and Max Capello, they've kind of traded spots. Max has done a great job. He's out of New Jersey. He's actually beaten Steven a couple times in the fall. So, it's nice to have that kind of internal competition. Those guys have been pushing each other. So we're very lucky to have those couple guys at the top.
Coach, you're so fortunate. When you look at the majors of all these players, I mean, biology and engineering and mathematics and pre-pharmacy, there's a lot of really talented student athletes that are colonels on that tennis court for you.
Yeah, as successful as we've been on the court, I'm as excited and proud as a coach as how well we do in the classroom and even in the community. So, we're big. We push that even through the recruiting process. I'm pushing the student athlete, and like you said, I have people in pharmacy, pre-med, engineering. And it's difficult to do that at a big school. So, we're very lucky to be able to, for my players to be able to do well in the classroom and still play high level Division III tennis. So, like I said, I'm very, very excited and proud of the off-court accomplishments also.
Well, Coach, if you guys are able to get through the semis and get to the finals, hosting for the weekend will be awfully fun. Tell us about that whole environment and what that's like.
Yeah, it's nice because the top seed gets rewarded with a home match. So I think it's a nice home court advantage and something that you strive for through the regular season. So being able to play at home is a big advantage. Just familiarity with the courts and stuff like that too is a bonus. Plus, we always get a really good-sized crowd for the finals just because there's so much at stake with the NCAA automatic berth going to the winner. It becomes kind of a big event. So, like I said, enjoy playing locally, and, it's done well for us here in the past.
Talking with Chris Leicht, Wilkes University women and men's tennis coach here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Center. Coach, let's shift gears and head over to the women's team. Tell us about the talent you have there.
Yeah, another great deep unit. We've actually lost a lot of really good girls the last couple of years, but we've been able to really reload. So been fortunate to have some good players coming through. We're 15-1 overall right now, undefeated in the conference. Just achieved the regional ranking, which is great. So that's been great. A lot of good players. We have our top player has actually been a local girl, Kendra Croker from Old Forge. At Scranton Prep. She's really stepped up, moving into the top spot, become one of the best players not only in the conference but in the region. So we were really looking for who could play that top spot. She's really stepped up, so that's been a big help for us.
Coach, when you go down that list of the women, a lot of youth you have on that team. So again, that tradition continues, but it looks like it's going to be bright the next couple of years as well.
Yeah, one senior, Anastasia English, senior captain, has done a great job. She's been in the middle of our lineup all 4 years. She's been a great role model for our other players, and the younger players have really caught on to her with her dedication and focus. in season and out of season. But yeah, we have a lot of younger players. We have the majority of our team are sophomores. We have one other junior that plays, one freshman. So girls that are young but very very serious tennis players, and we got to play the NCAA's last year, which was good experience for us. So although they are young, they're very experienced for their age, I would say.
Coach, we always talk about time management, and of course, when high schoolers go to college, and managing their time is so important. And you're as humble as you get for a collegiate coach, but for you, I mean, you got a family, you're out there recruiting, you got women and men, you do fall, you do spring. Everything's pretty darn busy for you, but you seem to keep bringing in these great student athletes.
Yeah, that's a great question. That'd be a great one. That'd be a great one for my wife to answer, probably. Yeah, it's honestly a 24/7 year-round job. There's not a 9-to-5 type of job. But I enjoy it. I love working with this age group. I feel blessed to have this job, and so I as proud as I am of the past, I'm very focused on the present and the future. When I talk with my players, current players, prospective players, I'm always talking about the present and the future. Very proud of what we have, but I'm still very focused on now and stuff. So time management is crazy, and but we just kind of get it done. We ask the players a lot with sacrificing so much time for tennis. When they have a busy academic schedule and a social life. So I think when they see a coach that's also giving a lot and doing everything he can for the program, that hopefully trickles down to them.
Coach, that formula that's working for you right now, Wilkes University, I mean, obviously you're getting great students and you're getting athletes that are out there on the court, but to continue this effort you've done, tell us about what you think the little things are that work, whether it's some of your assistant coaches that are helping out, and of course, seniors kind of passing it off to the freshmen and then, passing off class to class.
Yeah, I don't think it's one thing, John. There's so many factors. I think a few of the big things would be, like I mentioned earlier, the culture of the program. When you have upper-class players that are used to winning and know what it takes to win, they can pass that on to the new incoming freshmen. That's one big thing. And then, just time management and work ethic. Myself being a good role model, but also the upper-class players being good role models on and off the court. Now I guess it goes back to the culture thing a little bit, and just, I think I just demand a lot, but through the recruiting process, my players know that coming in. So a lot of times I'm getting a pretty serious, focused, tennis player, very, very serious about academics, but also really want to play high level Division III tennis with the chance to play at the NCAA national level. So, those are a few of the factors I would say.
Well, Chris Leicht doing a great job on the recruiting trail. He's got players from all over the place. And, of course, Wilkes University, year after year, the tradition has been very strong, and they hope it's strong here as the playoffs approach. That is Chris Leicht from Wilkes University, women and men's tennis coach on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.